Welcome back to Kerbal Hard and Uncut. So last time we had our Moho missions be successful. They've sent their science back and they're pretty much spent now. I think we've got a craft in orbit that's going to act as a relay, and we've got one on the surface that's just going to sit there. We might use it if we need to send some science at some point from there. But I've gone to mission control and we have some more missions that we can take. So we've got another spare data from Dres one, which I think, okay, matches with the Dres surface one. So we'll take that because now we've got the unlimited number of things we can do. We've also got build a new surface outpost on Gilly and science data from the surface of Gilly, which will match up nicely with our deploy goo observations from Gilly and space around Gilly, which is really nice actually. I think we've been quite lucky with that. So we're going to take those two as well. So we're looking at Gilly and Dres being important places for us. Between episodes, because it just takes time, well, it doesn't take time, it's just boring to watch. I actually did a quick update, and I'll show you this. Create alarm, go to planetary transfer window, and I just selected all the different planets, and we've got these windows here. So we have, for example, the Eve missions. They're not going to go for about a year. If we send any Eves, that's going to be the Gilly mission. We've got about a year for that. Interestingly, that we still have to decide what to do with this. I think we're going to potentially leave it. And then we've got Dres in about 52 days, so we could actually put something together for that. We've got Moho again in about 122 days, and then Duna, we've got that sphere of influence arrival, and we've got this maneuver for this. So in the next year or so, we've got quite a few things going on actually. This just in the next year, but I think we need to get some of these contracts out of the way, get the money up, because what we really want to do is get to, where are we? Is it the ultimate? Yeah. We want this node here, 550 science. We've got enough for it. But we really want to actually get it now. Well, this will give me, is there any more science equipment? I think there's a science experiment somewhere that I do not have, and I cannot remember where it is. Oh, here it is. So we get this one, they get the gravioli one, which I really want. And again, that's a 550. So that and that together would be beautiful. That would be perfect. So I think what we're going to look at is going to Gilly and Dres. Now, I think this episode we're going to be building a lander for Dres, possibly a craft for Dres. So let's actually have a look at building ourselves a Dres craft lander vehicle thing, and seeing what we come up with. So Dres, you need about, I think it's about 500 meters per second you need to land on Dres. So we're going to need 500 to land, 500 to come back up. Then, I'm not the greatest lander in the world, so we're probably going to need another 500 just to, I loaded this up in between episodes just to have a look at it. And then I decided, yeah, the Elu craft, we're not going to go with that. So we'll start, cancel that. So what we'll do is we will design the landing craft. We're going to design the landing craft, and then we're going to take it with us to Dres. So how many crew do I want to send down? That's the question. I would like to send... Do I need to send a pilot? No, I don't need to send a... If I don't send a pilot, we have to have connection. If I send a pilot, we don't need connection. So I could send a pilot and a scientist in a Landercan Mark II, which I think would be quite nice actually. So let's do that. Let's go big. Let's go big for Dres. So here we are. This is going to be our Landercan. And then we're going to need an engine of some sort. Now, Dres is not too big, so we're going to need, let's have a think. Do I go Spark or could I go Terrier? What's Terrier going to give me? What would that be giving me in thrust to weight? Nothing, because I don't have any fuel on board. Give me a couple of little fuel tanks. That's the maximum fuel thrust to weight that we're going to get. And we need to change this to Dres. Where's Dres? Hello, Dres. Where are you? There you are. Right. Thrust to weight on Dres is huge. How much is that? Oh my lord, 22 times. Okay, maybe we don't need that one then. I mean, little spark. What does that give us? That gives us 9 times. Wow, I forgot how small Dres must be actually. It's what, half the gravity, something like that. Actually, it's probably a lot less than Kerbin. Right, so we're going to go with that. I could go nuclear engines, but I don't think we need to actually. And then what, 4 of those fuel tanks? Is that enough? That actually looks like it's enough to do a landing. that is crazy. Right, so let's, you know what, let's just do this. Just pop those in a bit. There we go. That's nice. That's, well, it's not nice actually. It's horrendous, but we'll work with it. We'll work with it a bit. We'll fiddle with that in a minute, I think. Right. Right. So there's that. Then next thing, what do we need? We need solar panels of some sort. Do we want to get some more tech? You know what? If we're going this size, we probably want. Let's have a look. How big is our biggest fairing at the moment? Our biggest fairing is 2.5. Okay, that's not a problem. We can go around the outside of it as long as we're not. As long as this and the other craft are not 2.5, it's not a big problem. Right. So this. That just doesn't make sense being so small, does it? It's weird. Right. Okay. Is that right? I mean, is that right? What do we want to take? Well, we need to take science equipment first of all. So where's my science equipment? We're going to take. Actually, because we're in this, we can open the side doors, can't we? There we go. So we could put, let's have a look, that's 0.5. Just do mass first of all. So what's the same as that? Those are the same. So we could put one of those in there, like so. We'll just go for one, like that. And then we could put another one on the other side, about here. There we go. Perfect. We'll straighten them out in a minute. Yeah, it's already starting to eat into our supplies. Then we'd need what? I need a barometer, maybe? A little barometer going on now. Put that, I don't know, put it at the bottom here, and maybe rotate it a bit. Is that better? No, there we go, that's good. One of those, and then a thermometer to go to Dres. Gotta get a thermometer involved, haven't we? About that, okay. What else do we need? What else have we got? Is the question. Seismic thingy. Well, we're going to put you just here. Yeah, just there above the hatch. There we go. That's easy. And then we need Science Junior. That's horrendous. I hate it so much. And we've got the things already. Yeah. I mean, what we could do is actually put the Science Junior down here. Is an idea. And then put these things round it as sort of like that. That's an idea, actually. That's quite. I like that more. I'm growing to that, and then put the legs on the edges of it, and that gives us a little bit. Potentially, we could go with 6 of these tanks just to really annoy me with, or like so. Yeah, that would work. Yeah, I quite like that actually, and then actually recolor them. Make them the silver ones, just to fit in, obviously. And we can align them properly in the end. And then what else do we need? We need solar panels. So what have we got power-wise that I could use? Right. Well, first of all, we could put just your generic flat ones on, like so. And then we're going to need a docking port. Now, I'm going to go cheaty on this one. Let's actually measure to check the mass. So coupling, what's the mass? 0.02 versus 0.05. We're going cheaty. So we're going to put that on there. And then I'm going to want, something's going to need to dock. Now the question is, does the lander do the docking? I suppose the pilot's going to be on it. Oh, I suppose we could jump them out. I mean, they don't ever need technically to dock, do they? That's an idea. We don't need them to dock. Although if we leave this around, yeah, that's an idea. It's a possibility. I think we're going to want them to dock. So what we'll do is we will, yeah, we'll do that. I will want to look for electric, one of these possibly. Plop that on there. Yeah, there we go. It's a perfect position to put that on. There we go, a little target thing. Alternatively, we put a reaction wheel on there or a probe core. Is it worth me putting a probe core on just in case? That's a good question. All right, so then we're going to have that there. That gives us solar power most of the way around places and a little bit of battery. We probably want some antennas of some sort. Now, we could go for little short range ones. We could go for this. Could stick a relay on. I could stick a bigger relay on. I think a little direct antenna would be the best idea. Yeah, a little direct antenna hidden away maybe back here. Just one of them on the back there, like so. And then what happens if I extend that? That looks horrendous, but we'll leave that. We'll leave that as it is. Right, so that's that. And I think that's going to be our lander. We put some landing legs on it. And I think that should give us the required delta V for Dres. I think that's going to be enough to take us out of orbit and back into orbit. It doesn't have RCS, so we'd have to do the docking with the other craft. So actually, let's stick some RCS on it. Is that the bigger? Which are these the small ones? This is the small one. So where do we want RCS ports? I probably want a couple of them. I want 4 there, and then I want 4 here, like that. There we go. It's not the prettiest approach to RCS, but it'll do the job, I suppose. And then we want some RCS tanks. So we want some fuel tanks with RCS in. A few of those. They're quite big. Have I got any smaller ones? Let's choose those ones. That's a good idea. Take those, put them like that, and then we're going to tidy this up a bit. Let's have a look. We're going to pull them down to there. These can go down a little bit as well. Just to there. Good. Let's have a look. These can come down just a smidgen. Okay. And in actual fact, we're going to move them in just a bit as well. There we are. That's better. Like so. I think that's okay. That's going to be okay there. Local. We're going to actually lock those in. No, those don't matter because they're, as somebody told me, they actually get their mass added to the main part, which is good. Right, so we've got 1,500, which is roughly where I was looking for. Legs. I need landing legs. Landing legs. What have we got? We've got the tiny ones, which we could just put 6 of on there. And make sure that they are okay. So then start retracted. There we go. That's 6 landing legs. Make sure the thing doesn't fall over. Make sure we don't break one of them. And there we are. So I think this is going to be Dres Lander Mark 1. Right. So we think that is going to work for us. I could put a probe on it. In fact, you know what? We're going to put a probe core on it. Just one of the little ones. Just in case. Doesn't really give us anything. But just in case. It also gives us a little bit more height on that there. So there we go. There's the lander. 6-legged landing craft. Thruster weight is going to be 4, it says. In Dres. That's not bad. Right. Okay. I think I'm okay with that then. So I think that's our lander. So then we have to think about a craft. Now, what's the mass of this? It is, and this is where you get the pen out, because you can actually just attach this or you can do the work without it. So this is going to be 4.233 tons. So we're looking at about 4.5 tons. So we'll find something that weighs about 4.5 tons and use that for the next bit of the build. So what have I got that's about 4.5 tons? Where's mass? You are 3.4. You are 2. Seriously? All right, okay. 6, 4.5, 4.5, okay. 5, no, 4.5, 4.5, so we'll take one of these. So this Oscar B, if we lock it, there you go. That is pretty much the equivalent of that. And actually, dimension-wise, it's not bad either, is it? Okay, so that's going to be our example mass for when we're building the rest of the craft. So we can now save that, and we can go for a new one with an Oscar B on there. We're going to start off with actually let's start with the Oscar B, and we can build from that. Right, okay, so Oscar B, lock all of its tanks, wonderful. And we are getting to the end of this now, so this episode, so we're going to rush through this. I'm going to send 2 crew, so I need a 2-man pod. 2 crew pod would be the correct terminology that we're now getting. Coupling, I want a little tiny docking port. Not that one. The little tiny one. the size. Good name. Go name, it's easier. Right, the junior, there we go. I'm going to put that onto there like so. Right. So, from me, until next time when we finish building all of this, have a great one.